should get going. Are we recording now? Commissioner Hatcher, good to see you.
Hi, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well.
You too.
Okay, we'll get going. Good evening. We're recording now, aren't we? Yes. My name is Eugene Peterson, and I'm the chair of the Anne Arundel County Human Relations Commission. The commission has a broad general charge to address issues of alleged discrimination, so that we can meet the county's goal of both the county executive and the county council to make Anne Arundel County the best place for all. And so that's our general charge. And we look to work with communities that might ask us to come in and hold community listening sessions from forums. And we're available to address individual issues, which I'll get to in terms of our statutory responsibilities. And we look at trends in the county so that we can see where we might best put our efforts to address any instances that are perceived to be hate speech or bias. In 2020, I believe, the county council passed a housing discrimination statute, and we got statutory responsibility at that time to review housing discrimination complaints of alleged housing discrimination. Those complaints can be lodged on our webpage on the county website. We have complaint forms, both in English and in translatable, a number of translatable languages. And our statutory responsibility allows us to try to get two sides to agree on a course of action that the alleged complaint has identified. If that doesn't work, then we have the added responsibility, if we can't come to any resolution that way, to have a formal hearing. And we have statutory responsibility to subpoena records and information. And in the end, we also have the responsibility to, if necessary, issue whatever fines are statutorily required. The statutory responsibility for housing discrimination allows us to not just address it from a county standpoint, but we can refer it to the state, and we also can refer it to county agencies, like if it's an issue of access for folks with disabilities, we're available for that too. In the 2023 session, the county council gave us more responsibility in the area of alleged discrimination. We now have statutory responsibility to investigate alleged public accommodations discrimination. That could be movie theaters, restaurants, any place there are public spaces where a person alleges they've been discriminated against and not allowed to participate in an activity, of any kind. Again, we're working with the chief counsel's office to get complaint forms on our webpage. They'll be in both English and translatable languages. Finally, we were given responsibility for employment discrimination, and that allows us to address any complaints of private employment discrimination, in the same way that we would look at housing discrimination, public accommodation discrimination, and that covers all private employment. The county employees are exempt from that statute and are addressed in county regulations involving the Office of Law and the County Council. Having laid that out, I would like to move to the first agenda item, which is a roll call. So when I call your name out, you can say present. Commissioner Gaskin.
Present.
Commissioner Hatcher.
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Sorrow.
Present.
Commissioner Ieva.
Present.
Commissioner Ferris. And our recording secretary, Commissioner Daydone.
Present.
Okay. Did you get them all, Mary?
They're on the record, which is about the best I'm going to manage today.
That's fine. Not a
Thank you
problem.
very much. I was sitting here with it up on my computer, but
Yes.
I really appreciate you doing it.
And Asha's going to send me a list of all the folks that are here and present, and I'll forward it to you.
Thank you.
I'd like to move on now to our next agenda item, which is the minutes that were deferred from August and July and August. We're going to go ahead and roll that ahead so that we give our recording secretary enough time to put together the minutes. She's been very busy with a lot of responsibilities. So we will vote on the July, August, and September minutes in October. And just wanted to let everybody know that. So there's no action that we have to take there. Okay, this is not on the agenda, but it's something I feel I need to address. At the executive committee, we took a long look at the bylaws, and one of the things that I failed to notice for some time is that there is no ability to give excused absences to the Human Relations Commission meetings. So that means that, and Director Smith, correct me and see if I'm wrong on this. That means that I think we have about 10 meeting dates available for the rest of the year. And if that's the case, then after 3 absences from the meetings, you would be referred to the county executive's office, and they would contact you and see if you were still planning to participate in the commission. The reason that we're doing this is we're starting to build up through our executive committee, and we want to have an active commission to implement some of the exciting plans that we've talked about. So I wanted to make sure everybody understood why I sent that email out. Any questions, comments, discussion? Did, Commissioner Director Smith, am I about right? I think the 3 absences is about right.
I think 3 absences is right. And I think, obviously people have exigencies that, arise from time to time. And so I don't know that it's that you can't give an excused absence. It's just that the bylaws say that you're not supposed to miss more than 3 meetings. And
Right.
so I think if there's a special circumstance or something like that, someone can talk to you about it. But ultimately, the process that you described is accurate. The for most commissions, what happens is that it's referred to our boards and commissions person in the county exec's office, and then they'll reach out and ask about the person's ability to continue serving.
Okay. And I think that's a good point. I mean, if somebody has hospitalization, surgery, as tonight, Commissioner Michaels tested positive for COVID, so he's not here tonight, and he's sent me a note that would probably merit an excused absence. So yeah, we'll be rational as we implement these the bylaws of the commission. So I thank you for that input, Director Smith. Since Commissioner Michaels isn't here, I'll ask for help from the executive committee as we go over what we did. And I want to thank Director Smith for sending out some of the things that will incorporate our next steps. And I'll briefly lay them out. And then if I've missed anything, members of the executive committee, feel free to join in. I might say that before I go into the specific activities that we're looking at, and we have some monthly scheduled activities, and I think I have those. I believe I do, but I may need some help with that. So I'll defer to Director Smith on that. But we talked about the work of the commission. We had a long discussion about not only just who are we as a commission, and how can we more effectively reach out to the public and address any concerns that they have or be of assistance to them. That could be through listening sessions in different parts of the county. It could be forums like the one we did on critical race theory a couple of years back. So we talked about that. And then we talked about the kind of support that we could get from the Office of Equity and Human Rights, and what that support's going to look like is the director's office will create a folder containing the sections of the administrative code that pertain to the commission and the bylaws. The strategic planning committee will function as an executive committee, and we voted on this Commission, we voted on this at our last meeting to empower the committee to develop a strategic plan for the new fiscal year and to look at a long-range strategic plan. We will assist the director's office will assist the executive committee in scheduling a 4-hour retreat and/or monthly planning sessions. I think right now we're working through the monthly planning sessions. The monthly planning session for anyone who wants to join in is on the Thursday before the third Thursday in the month of the meeting, and it usually starts about 6 o'clock, and we'll send out to the commission a reminder for those executive committee meetings if anybody wants to sit in and see how the work is going. We will get assistance in developing agendas for the planning sessions, and the executive committee will advise whether they'd like a facilitator to support the whole process. We're talking about that if we need a facilitator. And I guess I'd open it up to the members of the executive committee for anything that I missed.
I'm not aware of your missing anything.
Okay.
We are working on the strategic plan itself, and we have bits and pieces at times to show. I think today we're going to be looking at the calendar that Director Smith has put together based on our input.
That's correct. Thank you, Commissioner Daydoni. Any other comments? I guess that's in a nutshell is where we are with the planning process for the executive committee. As we go along, if we develop a need for assistance in a particular effort, we'll open up the ability of commissioners to join in and help with any planning efforts that are a little bit more labor intensive. I guess at this point in time, I don't have a copy of the calendar. Director Smith, do you have could you put that up so we could see the planning? The
Chanel
event?
dropped it in the chat, but I'm happy to share my screen
Okay, that
as
would be
well
good.
if that's helpful for you.
I think that would be helpful.
Can you see that? Oh, that's a little big. Hold on. So there you are.
Okay.
Do you want me to walk you through what's on here, the
Yes.
recommendation?
Yes, please.
Sure. So this calendar shows special emphasis observances that are not specific to this commission, but just in the county. It shows some of the events that are related to this commission's work that the Office of Equity and Human Rights is engaging in. And then it shows some of the commission's general activities. And finally, in blue, are the recommendations based on the commission, based on the proposed activities that the commission voted on last month. So, you'll see, for example, in the month of August, Women's Equality Day is a special emphasis observance. Those are here for your reference, the ones in gray. You'll see in green here for August that the Human Relations Commission is engaged in strategic planning. Um, and so, it sort of carries on that way each month. So for the purposes of moving forward, obviously we are now in September. Today is the September meeting. Next month, there are a number of special emphasis observances. There's Hispanic Heritage Month, National Disability Employment Awareness Month, LGBTQ History Month, the Pride Parade, which was postponed from Pride Month. It's Hate Crime Awareness Month, and then there's a South County Resource Day that's happening. Part of the reason why these have been included is because the executive committee expressed an interest in tabling or having a presence at events, at least knowing about the events so that they can determine whether they would like to have a presence at these events. So they're here for your reference. In October, the commission is still going to be doing strategic planning. My recommendation is that the commission in October also begin to think about what it wants to do for Unity Day. So I have added that to the calendar for October. In blue, you will see my recommendation regarding the presentations and activities that the commission specifically identified. So my recommendation is that Dr. Nikki present on the community survey responses as per your request in October. I believe that that will be a short presentation because the data is very simple and easy to go through. I think that'll take about 10 to 15 minutes, and I confirmed that with Dr. Nikki. After that, my recommendation is that you do the briefing from AACPS. Of course, this is going to be subject to their availability. What the commission requested is a briefing on trends in hate bias incidents and proposed interventions that are being planned for this year. And so if that's something that the commission wishes to do, obviously you need to extend the invitation to personnel at AACPS to be present at the October meeting to do that. So that's my recommendation for the month of October. For the month of November, a new item was raised during the executive committee meeting around the issue of security and vulnerability. Among the things that the executive committee stated were that they were interested in hearing from the community how they're feeling about their security, about new risks, particularly around political violence as an added dimension of hate bias. And so and in addition to that, the executive committee stated that they wished to get public input in some form of comment format from the public. They wanted to hear from the public about their feelings on not just this topic, but a number of topics. My recommendation is that in November, during the November meeting, you host a session where members of the public are free to express their sentiments, concerns, etc., about this question of security, and that we offer county police personnel the opportunity to both listen and respond if they have something to share about security, enhanced security in light of the current political climate. My recommendation, obviously, November, the commission decided that there would be no meeting in December. The commission decided that at least the first draft of the strategic plan would be presented or due finalized in January. I'm not sure if finalized meant just finalized or finalized and presented. So I've left for January, the strategic plan for you guys to decide what you want to do with that, if you want to address it in the meeting. In addition to which, you have the MLK breakfast if it's going to be happening in
Right.
January. So that's something that will come up in January. For
It's
February,
currently intended to happen.
it is.
It is intended to happen.
Okay.
Chairman Peterson and I are both on the committee.
Okay.
Half of the planning committee is us.
Okay, great. All right, so I've just added that. For February, you know that Dr. Nikki is working to develop a hate bias conference as part of the Shepherd Bird program. That conference is intended to be co-sponsored by the commission. And so my recommendation is that the presentation that the commission typically gets from the police around hate bias incidents, where the police themselves speak to trends where they have talked about hate groups in the past. My recommendation is that that conversation is incorporated into the conference as a session.
Mhm.
And Dr. Nikki, I've spoken to her about doing that integration. So instead of doing that at a meeting, it would happen during the conference. In addition, Commissioner Daydoni expressed an interest in a new activity, which might be like, oh no, I
The
forgot.
longest table.
The longest table, where community division is something that's addressed. My recommendation is that that is also incorporated into the conference as a session so that you get input from the community. And so that takes care of all of the documented presentations that this commission wanted to hear, and the discussions that the commission wanted to have. These are my recommendations for where to put them on the calendar. March obviously is typically Unity Day. And so I think you should start contemplating that in October and determine what you want to do if you want to keep it in March. But tentatively, that would be scheduled for March.
Okay, questions, discussion,
Because I'm on my phone, I'm unable to raise my hand. Thank you very much, Director Smith, for putting that together. Your insight is greater than mine by far. You got everything on there. I have no basis and no desire to challenge it at all. I only gratitude that you did it. I would like to talk a little bit more about how the public feels about safety when we've finished the discussion at some point during tonight's meeting.
okay.
Sure.
I guess at this point in time, I'd like to ask the commission's indulgence to, I'm wondering if we need a motion to move ahead with this calendar, or is everybody fine with this and we can go with unanimous consent?
I certainly concur with unanimous consent. Can somebody, Faye, can you help us on the process for just saying by consent it is approved?
Commissioner Hatcher, motion for approval.
I
Okay,
second it.
and there's a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Hearing none, it's unanimous. So we now have a calendar. And I guess one of the things I'd like to do, and I'll work with the director, is to get this calendar up on our webpage and get it in a format that we can send out to organizations that might be interested in our activities, and that would be all commissions in the county, Caucus of African American Leaders, LGBTQ plus groups, the faith. There's a faith based alliance in the county, and then there's the black ministers,
United Black Clergy
United Black Clergy,
and ACT might be interested.
right? So we should. That's what I would like to propose that we do. Does that make sense, Director Smith?
It certainly does. And Chanel Clemens, our executive assistant and outreach coordinator, who is on this call, has, she did identify a few weeks ago that there may be some opportunity to enhance outreach for the commission. So I know that she'd been working on a few ideas. And so we will make a note of the organizations. If you could actually, if someone could send me a list of those organizations, or if it's in the minutes, that would be fine. And then we will be sure to make sure that we've gotten them all covered.
Okay.
I think working for the minutes will be the easiest way to do that, and I therefore invite my fellow commissioners to speak out loud any other group to which they would want the list of events distributed, or put it in the chat.
Well, we've got the NAACP. We've got to send it out to them.
Showing up for racial justice.
Right.
Could we get it to all of the agency or the other commissions,
Yes.
like those that we met with, the partner commissions?
Yeah, that would be one of the things we do.
And then also, I would recommend the continuum of care that provides assistance to it. It's the Coalition to End Homelessness,
Okay.
which is part of it's a lot of organizations that operate together, and then also the Benevolence Coalition.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Sounds like we're working towards. We've got a list.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have any feedback on the list? Oh, and we can also send it out to the Annapolis Human Relations Commission, and also the Annapolis City Council and the mayor. That will all be duly elected after they've had the primary. Now they have the general election.
Great.
And we want to make sure that we send it to every county council member. And I would strongly advise commissioners to get in touch with their county council member when we know we've dropped this list, and encourage them to give us any feedback they have on the activities we're planning. Any questions, comments? Okay, moving right along. Director Smith, we're ready for your report.
At this time, I have nothing of significance to add. I think that everything's going swimmingly. Dr. Nikki has the hate crime data, and so her team will be on monthly to present it. And so I don't have anything new to share.
Okay. At this point, go to Commissioner Daydoni, who wanted to talk about
Feeling safe.
pardon?
Questions we ask the public.
Yes.
Or forums for feeling safe. I believe hearing personal stories are the most powerful way of learning. Last night I was at the Board of Education meeting. I walked up to an extremely senior member of the administrative staff and asked how they were doing. And the response was, aside from the death threats, and it wasn't a joke. And I remember that from COVID. When members of the Board of Education and senior administrative staff at AACPS had police escorts to and from their cars. I suspect they're not the only ones getting death threats. I think we're missing something if when we ask about safety, we only limit it to general public input. I think a lot of the real threats are against more public figures.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the county police actually monitor. I would imagine if you get a death threat, you report it to the county police.
Well, you would have reported it to the FBA Office of Civil Rights.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The person with whom I was speaking did not indicate that that was any longer viable.
So
There was a police presence.
Commissioner
As
Daydoni,
well as yes.
may I ask, what is the backstory behind why the senior personnel is receiving death threats?
They accelerated with the posting by teachers and staff, either supportive of or negative to, but responding to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And the hate came at the administrators who had nothing to do with it other than say, this is not what we do as staff, but that doesn't keep the death threats from coming to them.
Thank you.
And I don't think it keeps the death threats from coming to newspaper reporters or county executive staff members. And we've got members of the executive staff and people in visible positions on this call. And you've never mentioned to me whether or not you get death threats, but you may have.
I have,
Thank you, Jaden.
unfortunately, but yeah, I have to laugh it off.
I guess one of the things that I'm wondering is, Commissioner Daydoni, are you suggesting that we ask political county, we get, the county executive, county council members, Annapolis City Council, the Annapolis mayor, the reporters at the Sun and the Banner and the Gazette. Are you suggesting that we invite them to this listening session on concerns about these kind of threats?
No, because that alone may be dangerous. It may be useful. I'm suggesting we need to be aware of it as a commission and then consider carefully what to do. And I'm not sure that's the right thing to do, but I think we have a lot of expertise and sensitivity right here with us, with Director Smith, Dr. Nikki, Chief Awad, the heads of public safety, city and county. Perhaps we should consider it with them. The only specific thought I had, maybe even a suggestion, I'm not sure, has to do with the questions for Dr. Natoff's survey. And it may be worthwhile to have a question that states that those kinds of threats are received at times of heightened public tension. We can name during COVID and following the murder of Charlie Kirk, and ask a well-formed question about the public's response to that. And again, I defer to somebody who knows how to do this, and that would be Dr. Nataf.
Right. Yeah, we could ask him to structure a question or a series of questions around that. So
if I were suggesting anything, it would be that not being aware that anybody who was trying to do public good is at a heightened, certainly a greater risk of receiving threats. And we won't see it again until it happens here, as it did at the Capitol Gazette, a heightened risk of being murdered because of the role they play. It feeds a sort of us-them binary with anyone who's elected or in a position of authority in the them role. And that's not helpful in these times. And at this point, I'm going to shut up because there are people on this call who know a whole lot more about this.
We'll certainly take your comments under advisement. We'll definitely get that request to Dr. Nataf along with the other questions that we looked at. We sent them to Commissioner Michaels. Asked us to prioritize the ones we thought would be important to ask, and so we sent that in, and even some of the executive committee members sent suggestions of questions that they thought should be asked. So we'll send all that information to Dr. Nataf. I guess what I need to do is get a hold of him and make sure we're on a timeline when we can get this information to him as soon as possible. And I will do that tomorrow.
Thank you for entertaining my concern.
You bet. Any other concerns, comments? Hearing none, I guess I would. Did I miss something here? Oh yes, Commissioner Hatcher. Anything cooking over at the Annapolis Human Relations Commission?
So the last two meetings have been canceled. One was kind of a ad hoc cancellation, being that I think there's a change of chair. Chairman Kellers has stepped down.
Oh, he has? Oh my.
Yes. I but forgive me for I don't know who is the person that's replaced. But I think they're doing some strategical changes, and there's agendas and formalities that they're putting into place. So they had to cancel this month's, and they canceled last month. So I will have something next meeting for you all.
Thank you for letting me know. I will call Commissioner Keller and wish him well. And I'll also draft a letter from the commission congratulating him for his many years of service to the county and the city of Annapolis, and make sure that we get that out.
Very good. Now he's still a part of the commission. He's just not going to be the chairman.
Right.
So he's
Okay. I'll make sure that's in the letter.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
I have one suggestion. This is Mark Apter.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi there. With the new mayor coming into the city at the beginning of the year, we might want to suggest to the new mayor ways in which the city commission and the county commission can work more closely together and address it to, address it to the city commission and the mayor and the new mayor.
All right, I would ask our liaison to come up with some language. If you have any, do you have some ideas, Lakeisha, or would you want commissioners to send you suggestions and then put together something? Commissioner Hatcher?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were addressing that to me.
I'm so sorry, Chairman Peterson. Say that again. I thought you were speaking to me, but I wasn't for sure.
Hey, yeah, sorry about that. Commissioner Hatcher, what I'm saying is that Commissioner After is suggesting that we develop a letter that would go to the mayor and the new council members in Annapolis, the new mayor, new council, and suggest that we would like to have a closer relationship with the Annapolis Human Relations Commission. We have a liaison, but we might make some suggestions of things that we think we could collaborate on. And I guess one of the things we could do is send them our agenda for one thing. That would the kind of activities on our calendar. So we'll send them our calendar, and I was just wondering if you working with them had any suggestions you might want to add to the letter, and if you would also want other commissioners to send you ideas if they have them.
Sure. No, I don't have any suggestions as to what to add to the letter outside of possibly maybe even introduce or inviting them to one of our commission meetings so that they can see. But yeah, I'm open, and if you need me to draft anything, just let me know.
Yeah, I would respectfully ask that you, once we have commissioners send any suggestions you have to Commissioner Hatcher in the next couple of weeks, that then we would have our calendar ready and we could put together the letter with the invitation to join one of our meetings and whatever else commissioners suggest. So I'm giving you a couple of weeks to get that information to Commissioner Hatcher and Commissioner After. That would keep us probably on schedule, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I would say rather than asking them to join our meeting, I'd suggest we have a joint meeting.
Yeah, that's possible. That's entirely possible. And maybe if we were having a joint meeting, we would go down to Annapolis and participate with them. That would be
Right.
another, So
Sure.
Okay.
Chairman Peterson, can I suggest that I possibly work with Commissioner Apter with the body of the draft of the letter, so I know that I'm capturing everything that he suggested. Okay.
Sure. You guys communicate back and forth in email and phone calls or however you want to do it. Okay.
That works for you, After.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. At this point in time, we've come to the end of our meeting. I would entertain a motion to adjourn. It's a non-debatable motion, and we need a second.
This is Mary DeJoni, and since I haven't had a chance to, or don't know how to turn my microphone off, I'm able to say I seconded, and then you'll tell me how to get a couple of corrections to the questions to you. I realize that I am running a day behind on this, but I do have some questions, corrections.
Okay.
The questions for Dr. Nataf.
Oh, they should be sent directly to Commissioner Michaels,
Okay, I will do so. Thank you.
collecting all that stuff. And
But
I'll get a hold of him and make sure that we're on schedule after I talk to Dr. Nataf and make sure that we're ready to move forward. Okay, so is there a motion on the floor? Somebody make a motion to adjourn?
move to adjourn.
Second.
Commissioner Dudoni seconded. Commissioner Ferris, was that you?
Yes, Commissioner Ferris.
Thank you.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Hearing none.
Good night.
Good
Have a
night.
good night.
Hearing none. Thank you.
Right.
Aye.
Okay.